Hi everybody, I am Mohammed Naufal from Sri Lanka, live in Saudi Arabia for nearly 20 years. I work as a chemistry consultant and vice principal of a multicultural international K-12 school since 2002 with unbreakable track records across the country in teaching chemistry for high school students. Today's topic is chemical compound. Before begins with chemical compounds, I need to find out your prior knowledge which is needed to understand the concept of compounds. I have given here 7 alphabets randomly and 6 words randomly. I'm going to divide the number of students in the class into two. The first group will be finding out the relationship between these 7 alphabets. And the second group will be finding out the relation between these 6 words. Having realized the relationship between these letters and the words, we will be moving to the topic of compounds. What are those 7 alphabets? These 7 alphabets are the first letters of 7 key terms of material science. Yes, go ahead with the task 1. Yes, the task 1 is finding the relation between these alphabets. P stands for proton. E stands for electrons. N stands for neutrons. These are 3 basic particles known as subatomic particles from which an atom is made of. Proton, electron, neutrons combine in different numbers due to various forces of attraction to produce next level of particle called atom, ion, or molecules. Atoms, ion, molecule make up substances. Substances is also known as matter. Yes, you all understood the relation between these 7 alphabets, how they are linked one to another. Now moving to the next task, let me explain what are the relation between these 6 words. So these 6 words give you an idea the way how a language is constructed. A language has got 3 basic elements. What are those? Alphabets, words, sentences. So alphabets will join together with certain rule to form words. And the words, collection of words, put them in certain principle order or syntax or semantics to form sentences. Similarly, chemistry is also a language. The alphabet of chemistry is symbol of element. So there are over 100 elements in the periodic table, and each of them have got a unique symbol. 2 or more elements join together to form compounds. Collection of compounds, put them in certain principle to form chemical equation. Now there is a strong relationship between words and chemical compounds. Now let us see alphabets of English language. O, H, W. So O in chemistry is called oxygen, and H hydrogen, and W tungsten. As far as English language is concerned, if you bring H first and O in the middle and W in the end, and it is how. It is a word, a meaningful word. Similarly, bring the W first and H in the middle, O in the last, and then who. Similarly, as far as chemistry is concerned, I'm going to choose 4 alphabets of chemistry or symbols of element: Na, O, C, and H. I have chosen now 4 alphabets of chemistry or symbol of elements. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put them in an order. The order is, the most electropositive element will be placed in the first place. And the second will be hydrogen. And the third carbon, and the last is oxygen. So the most electropositive to most electronegative order in this sequence. Sodium, being first group element, loses 1 electron to form Na positive. Hydrogen, H positive. Carbon plus 4, and oxygen 2 negative. Sodium, hydrogen, and carbon, they lose 1, 1, 4 electron respectively. Whereas oxygen gains 2 electrons to become electronically stable. So assume that 1 sodium, 1 hydrogen, and 1 carbon all together will be losing 6 electrons. These 6 electrons can be transferred to 3 oxygen, as each needs 2 electrons comfortably. So the ratio of the sodium, hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen is called relative number of atoms joined together to form a compound called sodium hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate. This is a formula of the compound, quite similar to the words of English language. Now let us go for the definition of compound. The definition of compound is quite simple for you to remember. There are 2 definitions given. The definition 1 is, compound is a substance. Compound is a substance formed when 2 or more elements chemically bonded in a fixed proportion by mass. This is defined by John Dalton. On the other hand, there is another definition. A compound is a substance that can be chemically decomposed into 2 or more new or simpler substances. Let me take sodium carbonate as a compound that we have derived. Sodium carbonate is called baking soda or baking powder. Upon heating, sodium hydrogen carbonate decomposes, called thermal decomposition reaction, to produce sodium carbonate solid, carbon dioxide gas, plus water. So sodium hydrogen carbonate has decomposed to produce Sodium carbonate plus carbon dioxide plus water. It has to be balanced to maintain law of conservation of mass and atom. So this is called chemical equation. Chemical equation. So quite similar to a meaningful sentence. Today we have learned what is a compound, what is the definition of a compound, how to find the formula of the compound, and what the sentence is, or what the chemical equation is. However, to understand whether you have understood the concept or not, I'm going to give you a small task with 6 to 7 alphabets or symbol of elements in chemistry. You will be required to find out known formula of compounds, basically binary compounds. B-I-N-A-R-Y compounds. Binary compounds are the compounds containing only 2 elements. Let us see how many of you will be able to find out some compounds containing 2 elements from the 5 or to 7 alphabets given to you. Thank you very much. I'll be back to you in the next class. Hope to see you soon.